don't have to be stuck with a 9 to 5. The only thing that you need right now is you need to be a person that is willing to work hard. This is not for a lazy person. If you are lazy, you're gonna fail in this business. A leap of faith on yourself. That means you have to sacrifice. Sacrifice going out. You have to sacrifice a lot of things. Go ahead and work like crazy and start saving money. Start saving money to be able to acquire vehicles, right? Remember, if you don't have good credit, you gotta go the cash route first. So maybe your first 2 cars, you can try to acquire those. Hello everyone, my name is Kaseem. Welcome to the $1 Million Challenge. In today's video, we are gonna talk about 3 main apps. I'm also gonna talk about the gig economy at large. Right off the bat, all the referral links to all the apps that I'm gonna talk about will be in the description box below. So if you are ever interested in using them as a way to generate some revenues, the first thing that I'm going to get to, as you guys know already, I'm probably biased towards it, is I'm going to talk about Turo. Turo is a peer-to-peer marketplace that let you rent your cars to other people. People are basically referring to it as the Airbnb of cars. The Airbnb model, but for vehicles. One thing that is good about this model is it's pretty easy to get into it. You just have to have a vehicle. So if you're able to acquire a vehicle of your own, or you have a vehicle of your own, then you're able to get into this niche, into this industry a little bit easy for your vehicle. And if you're able to list it, there's no recall on the vehicle, and the vehicle is in a good condition, you're able to list it and then technically have a car rental business going. The good thing with a car rental business is like you're going to get to communicate with a lot of people. You're going to get to talk to a lot of customers. Why not get into the driving business as well? Because within the driving business, you're able to talk to your customers and refer them to your Turo business. And this is more of a combined app. Uber and Lyft. Some people don't have the ability to rent from the corporate rental car companies like Enterprise, Avis, because they might have a requirement of $250. Like the customers might need to leave a deposit of $250, or they might need to be over a certain age group. With Turo, you can, if you're under 21, you cannot book a vehicle that costs more than $35,000, and there's no requirement that you have to leave $250 as a deposit for Turo. When you're doing a business whereby you have a car rental business going, right? You have a car rental going, and then on the other side, you're also driving using the Uber or Lyft app, right? You're driving, you're using both of them. And then you're interacting with people, you're interacting with customers all day. You can always refer them to your car rental business based on the conversations, right? You can use Turo, the car rental business. You can use that to refer to your Uber business as well. I would say if you're doing Turo, it would be a good idea to also be doing Uber and Lyft. And the combination between those two can very much give you a full-time job, well, full-time business of your own. Because when people rent from you, if they come and pick up the vehicle from your pickup location, they can say, hey, you know, I'm just waiting for an Uber to come get the car. Well, when they come and drop the vehicle off, you can always tell them, hey, you know, like I do Uber as well. Take a screenshot of your Uber or Lyft app. You send it to them. Hey, you know, I've been doing Uber for X amount of years. I'm approved to drive an Uber. So if you need a ride back, I'm going to give you a little discount, but I can't give you a ride back. That's the Turo customer, that is. I can't give you a ride back to your destination after they drop off the vehicle. So the synergy between those two businesses is actually quite great. And the great thing is, when your Turo is busy and you're out there washing cars, cleaning cars, delivering them, dropping them off, you'll be busy. But in between those, you might have some lag time, right? You might have some time depending on the amount of vehicles you have. Like right now, I'm managing 8 vehicles, right? Sometimes I have a little bit of time in between. Not a lot at all. But I do have a little bit of time in between. And then my Turo customers, I also let them know, hey, when you come drop off the vehicle, I do Uber and Lyft, I'm approved. Do you want me to take you home? Or do you want me to take you back to your hotel? Whatever location that is. Boom. So the third thing that I want to talk about is basically adding Airbnb to the mix. Now, it's a little bit easier to get an Airbnb. You can either buy your own or you can either own your own. It's up to you to figure out which one you want to do there. Airbnb, we know what Airbnb is. Airbnb is a platform that you can list your properties on. Now, nowadays, what people are doing nowadays is arbitrage, right? They look on Zillow, they rent the house from the landlord, the owner of the home. There's three businesses, right? You can have Turo, have vehicles on Turo, which is a car rental business. You as the individual, you'll be operating the Uber and Lyft business. And then you can also have the Airbnb business. If let's say you're driving Uber and Lyft and then someone comes in a car, you can be like, hey, look, listen, I have a car rental business with on Turo. You can check out my profile. If you see a car that you like, you can book it for a day or two and the car is ready, right? Boom. You can get a customer that way. That's another way to gain revenues because I've had a couple of those. Then let's say when you do get the Airbnb, your Airbnb customer, you can have them rent from your Turo business, right? Your Turo customers, you can refer them to your Airbnb business, refer them to your Uber business. Your Uber and Lyft business, you can refer them to both. That is a very powerful combination. Extremely powerful combination. If you're a person that you've said to yourself, I'm not willing to look at another man's business and be like, I'm going to be here for 30 years. I'm going to be here for 10 years. That's a lot of valuable time that you can be out there in the world learning things or having the opportunity to be able to start your own business in things that would be quite great. You can start a real estate business, be a mortgage broker. You can learn how to do all those things. So there's a lot of opportunity and a lot of things that you can do with your time as compared to spending that time to working for another human being and building their dreams, especially when all your efforts for those things are completely going to you. You don't have to share your efforts with any man. I want to have $1 million in asset and I also want to be making $1 million a year. So here are some of the things that I'm doing. I have Turo, I do Uber and Lyft. If you need to get started with Uber and Lyft, I have both of my links there. If you need to get started with Turo, I have my profile there so you can see what's listing a car on Turo, what the profile is supposed to look like. Airbnb, I'm still working on the Bada organization, LLC, and we should be able to use that to get a lot of business credits at some point this year. We need to find a way whereby we can put ourselves in a place where you can be guaranteed to be making very good money in the future. There's a lot of things that you can accomplish when you put all your efforts every single day. Think about it. There's 365 days in 1 year. Everything that you put into that day, the result is 100% for you, is not for your boss. If you're willing to do the work, the route that I would suggest you go in, getting from A to Z. Maybe you might be working for a boss and you want to get out of it. So let's say your license is good, let's just say, and you don't have money to buy a vehicle. Well, you can set up for Uber and Lyft, rent a vehicle, use the rental to work, get the vehicle, use it to drive a lot on that vehicle. 2 months from there, you're able to save some money to be able to purchase a car. Because with Uber and Lyft, you can make either $1,000 to $1,500 per week. You pay $300 for the car rental, you pay about $200 for gas, and $1,000 will be left for you. Now, once you buy the vehicle, now you have your own, you can return the rental. When you're working for yourself, you're taking a leap of faith. That means you have to sacrifice. Sacrifice going out, you have to sacrifice a lot of things. You have to take out of your savings to buy the car. So you need to work as much as possible to quickly return that money back to your savings. Once you return that money, then you have that cash cushion of savings. Savings is good. Everything is good. You lock that saving up and you forget about it. Go ahead and work like crazy and start saving money. Start saving money to be able to acquire vehicles, right? Remember, if you don't have good credit, you gotta go the cash route first. So maybe your first 2 cars, you can try to acquire those. That could take you maybe a year and a half. This is not something that is easy, okay? It takes a lot of work because Uber and Lyft is a business where I always say, everybody needs it. Nobody want to do it. If you're the one that you want to do it, you're going to make a lot of money. From renting a car to owning your own vehicles, and at the same time, purchasing at least minimum 2 vehicles in order for you to be able to use it for rentals, in order for you to be able to rent it to other people. By the time you know it, 5 years from now, you've been a business owner for 5 years, and you've gotten yourself to a point where you're making thousands from Uber and Lyft a week, driving Uber, and then now you're ready to either invest that money into Turo or get started with an Airbnb. Listen, I have started a consulting business for like-minded individual. If what I'm talking about sound like what you are interested in doing, contact me below. I do offer a 30 minutes free consultation with anybody that is interested in learning this type of way of making money, because this is stuff that I've done. I've shared my results with you over here online. I've been investing in the stock market and doing different things with my hard-earned money ever since 8 years ago, right? Here's the result of that. This dividend portfolio here, I've been talking about this dividend portfolio ever since it was $500. The only reason why money in the stock market is good is you can borrow against that money and use that money to do other things. There's ways of making money nowadays. Contact me. Let me be your mentor. Let me guide you, okay? I charge $50 a week, and you're gonna have access to me a couple of times per week, where we can constantly talk about your progress. I can guide you towards things that you need to do instead of searching the internet or trying to figure it out on your own. So if you're interested, check out my calendar. Book an appointment with me, 30 minutes, where we can talk about how we can make things happen for you. Thank you so much for watching the video. I appreciate you. You can check out all the links below. If you want to sign up for Uber and Lyft, I have the referral links there for you. If you want to sign up for your M1, you want to start your M1 account, start your investment journey, I have the links there for you. If you want to start your Turo profile, Turo don't have a referral right now, but I will leave my profile there so you can go check me out. So much that I can teach you. So I recommend you go ahead and book an appointment with me. Hey, you don't have to be stuck with a 9 to 5. The only thing that you need right now is you need to be a person that is willing to work hard. This is not for a lazy person. If you are lazy, you're going to fail in this business. Nobody is going to wake you up and tell you to come back on time. This is a completely independent thing. And what gets me excited, what gets me up, what gets me going, 100% of my efforts, as soon as I wake up till when I go to sleep, everything that I do in between those things, 100% of that effort goes to me. I do Uber and Lyft, I manage my stock investments, I do Turo, right? I have 8 vehicles that I manage on Turo. We cannot forget about YouTube, because YouTube takes a lot of work. I do YouTube as well. All these videos take time to record, it takes time to edit, it takes time to get everything together. I have 2 channels. Go ahead and check out my other channel, which is an Afrobeats channel. And I started this with someone that was broke, that didn't have any money. The only thing that I knew that I had is my ability to work hard. You have the ability to do what it takes, and you're willing to let me mentor you. So if you're interested, please contact me. Let's set things up. Let's get things going and get you set up in the right direction. I appreciate you for watching. Until next time, see you later. Love you all. Bye.